Hello everybody, it's Braxer and welcome to Building My Future. This is the official name of the Minecraft series that we're going to do because I want to make this a long-term world for as long as I can. So anyways, the end of the last video, we had some oak trees, a bit of a mess, and I actually mentioned this design that I decided to actually implement because I would love to have a lot more oak than we do right now, so we are going to mass produce a lot of this. Hopefully, we can keep up consistent numbers because now these are bunched quite close together, so we may lose some saplings, but we'll see how it all pans out. What the hell happened? Did that just grow? I just felt myself go down. So, anyway, so we got some more oak wood between videos, so we're gonna. Was I gonna do anything with that? No. We wanted to get stone for that. I do remember that. We were going to do some designing for that. But what we're going to do is get the rest of this iron. We can put that away. Now we're going to put all this away. Do not need all these. Holy macaroni. It's a lot of resources. Alright, so we do have a silk touch pickaxe. We actually don't have to worry about smelting smooth stone. I still treat this as if it's actual smooth stone, but it's technically plain old stone. Should have torches in our offhand. Alright. So get a fair chunk of this anyways. Start out. So these are gonna take, or no, I shouldn't say take place of the bamboo planks, but it's gonna hide them from the outside rather than you seeing the bamboo planks from the exterior. You'll only see them from the interior to sort of contrast the exterior and the interior rather than having like two blocks side by side, which would just be a lot of resources gone. And then if I wanted windows, it'd be a bit of a pain to get that implemented, so for the time being, we'll just do this. And if we get a stone cutter too, that'll help. So that stone cutter was one of the best features Mojang has ever implemented. We just need like a table saw or something now to get the same thing but for wood. Because it is sad that you can't that you go to craft wood stairs or whatever and you lose all the wood. All right. So, if I remember correctly, the stone cutter. Yeah, sometimes I look at this. Indeed. Interesting that sticks are like multiplied like that. Oh no, it's just regular stone. Lovely. Did they change that? No, it's the blast furnace that has here I go on Stardew controls again. It's the blast furnace that has smooth stone, the stuff that you smelt. Alright, so there is our stone cutter, which we're going to place down here. Now, this we're going to get some stairs. Let's just craft these. Wait, no, it's not going to work like that, actually. I just realized we don't have vertical slabs in this game. Let me think. I did not put thought into that at all. We actually got to get to bed too. It is nighttime. Oh, geez, I held the spacebar for too long. I have not placed slime blocks at my door at all, so... We gotta decorate the interior of the house too. Like, this is our home, so we gotta decorate it. Duh. I'd say once we get some more oak wood, which I mean, we have a lot in that chest, not in my inventory. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is sort of try to replicate vertical slabs, albeit in a slightly different fashion. I just realized we can still do... Okay, I'm thinking way, way too hard about this. Okay. First thing we got to do actually is get this design right. So I think it's going to start like this and alternate. So it'll also apply to here as well. We may even change the design for the actual entrance. So something like this. Still allows for windows right here and all that. We'll do it for over here too. We may do a unique design later on with spruce or trapdoors or something like that. But this will sort of, I'm going to say, reinforce the building in a way, but sort of to add an actual design to it. Anyways, we have bamboo planks, and this is what we're going to have to stick with for the time being. So let's go. Need to get scaffolding, actually. I do have some string, so I should craft that here in a minute. So let's see. If we build this up, go back. How does that look? So that would give us about a 5 tall ceiling. Let's go higher, actually. Why not? Let's go big with these builds. Why not? So then this will be the top end of it. And then there'll be possibly like a different block, maybe like smooth stone or something that wraps around. So let's leave that for now. We need to get our materials back, actually, because I put them all away while I was harvesting all that oak. So we'll do that. We'll finish, well, at least get the first level finished. And I think what we're going to do, actually, is make the first floor a storage room. We will actually make the second, third, however many floors we have, the library, the actual town hall, office type thing. So we need spruce. Let's take a couple things of that. We need some more bamboo wood, which we should actually harvest some more because we. No, we'll be fine. So let's get some birch. I should actually plant some birch saplings down while we're waiting. Because we are getting a little bit low out here, so let's. I wonder, can these be planted? I think these can be planted side by side. I think it doesn't matter what type of tree you have, because I think it ignores the leaves and such. So, only thing is we just gotta place torches, just because it'll create dark spots, and then yeah. Like, if you look here, so I've got a torch here, and then I have a torch here, and also a torch here for when this gets down to this area. That way, both sides are lit up. Because if there's too many trees around one sapling, it'll end up obstructing it, and then it won't grow. So... and just to explain, the reason why there's, like, an arch over those is because we get these types of trees, the one I'm pointing at right now, and they are a bit of a pain to deal with, and I don't quite like dealing with those types of trees. So the solution is to actually block 6 to 8 blocks tall. So you only get the 4 to 5 tall oak trees. So yeah, just because those trees are a nuisance to deal with. I also realize I need scaffolding because we're starting to build up pretty high, and we should actually get some of that now. I'm sure some folks might be like, well, you should just use dirt like the good old days. Well, I like to use scaffolding. Whenever that was announced way back in the day, I was like, wow, this is such a cool block. One you can phase through it and all that stuff. All right. We got 6 string, and that is it. We need more than this, so... Oh. A pickaxe is not the right tool for this job. Come on now. Listen to the sound of the bamboo as we break it all. And then collect it all. Hopefully we have enough room. Wow, that filled my pockets very quickly. Just trying to think now how much we'll get out of this. We should get like a stack scaffolding, but that's not going to be enough to cover our ground. But I mean, even if we just have a way up and down that's a bit more safe, then we'll do that. Oh, nice. That just grew in the nick of time just to block me off. Nice. I'm going to remember you from now on. Alright, we need to put more away. Off you go. Lovely. So I'm recording this the day after the second episode. Not the second episode. This is the second episode. The first episode. And I'm feeling pretty good about doing this new series. Just because it's a change of pace from I would call it a higher quality, I guess the higher quality content as in the Minecraft Rambles. So, there we go. Oh, only 36. That's just lovely. This will allow me to more so lay back, chit-chat about random things. Like, it's not going to be explicitly one topic all the time. This will allow me to talk about, like, my day, some random thing I was looking up online. Hey, I found this out today. Like, but there was something new I found out today, actually. Or no, Wednesday, actually. I found out that new refrigerators actually have... So, I'm aware they have monitors and such, but now modern-day fridges will actually have monitoring for if there's a power outage. So then that way you're not gonna... Whoops, wrong button. You're not gonna eat anything that's spoiled or anything like that. So, a cool thing I found out. Alright, here's one thing I don't like about Java is that you can't build from 3 blocks, so we're actually going to change that. It's an attribute for me. I think it's reach, interaction range, base. Yet it is currently 4.5, so if I increase that base set 5, that is better. Now, I just want to make sure, though, that it's not too tall. Yeah, like, that's perfect. Because I'm used to Bedrock's reach, but now this is kind of like Legacy Console, where it was, where you can only build by 2 blocks, which I just found a little weird. Actually, we'll just shift-click all this, because we're going to use a bunch of this. Because you think, well, 3 blocks makes sense. I find it's the happy medium. Any more, and it's, of course, like you're risking fall damage and that kind of stuff. But 2 blocks is just too close, in my eyes. Yeah, it's like, okay, so it's not going to reach, but now... Okay, well, we did that. Okay, let's build this up. I hear a zombie. Actually, we want to build up by 2, actually, I just realized. What's the cow doing down there? Cow doing? Not as funny as what the dog doing. So, actually, about... Woo! Well, hello, cow. I wanted to say... I planned that entirely. I wanted to say hello to you because you're lonely down there. So, talking about the first Minecraft Rambles, the Be Yourself video. For the first time, I shouldn't say the first time. I actually experienced that for the first time in a little while. So, like I mentioned in that video, I live in a place where video games and anime, like that kind of stuff, isn't really mainstream per se. Like we don't even have many arcades and such, and even then the arcades are usually dead. Maybe right about now it's lively, but what about the evening crowd? That just the random folks that go after work or whatever. Like, see, the later, like 9, 10 o'clock, that kind of stuff, it's too party-like for me, and I'm not a guy that likes partying, so it's not totally my cup of tea. So, and that's just a me thing, really. Also, I just realized that the birch is going to be hidden by or not the birch, the bamboo is going to be hidden by this, so I am wasting bamboo right now. Oh well. Save on birch, I guess, you could say. But anyways, back to the video. So, me and my best friend, we got together today. I actually worked a different shift today, so I was actually able to have the evening off, which was nice. So we got together. We went to the mall. in the nearby city. And so, like I mentioned, folks don't really like video games, anime, voice acting and such. Like, you kind of have to go to, like, the bigger provinces of Canada. Like, Ontario's one. There's British Columbia, Alberta. Those types of provinces have a lot more. Even Quebec actually has some, but they're French. So, and I don't really, excuse me, I don't know much French. So, today we actually went out and about. And so, in the second video, I believe, yeah, the second one, it was the happiness video where my friend was actually struggling with somebody that told him that his voice acting wasn't, or no, somebody else's voice acting was better than his and all that. But he's doing better, by the way. Today we actually went somewheres. Sort of was on the fly. We weren't really planning it, but we went into a store, and anyways, there was a person that was, I would say, our age, and so we went into that store. He started voice acting, and this person just caught on so quickly, and we actually spent about a half hour in that store just doing voices and such. I'm not really the best voice actor, or at least for improvising. My best voice is like Brandon Rogers' grandpa voice. So like, if I do it, "Howdy, I'm Grandpa." Like, actually, it's not the best right now since I'm kind of trying to do this instead. But I feel I can pull off a pretty good voice. Maybe if I even trained it up some. I don't know how it sounds. I'll look back whenever I go to edit this video and we'll see what it's like. But anyways, yeah, we just hung out with that person, like, and it's a pretty quiet store, so it's not like we were obstructing business or anything. It wasn't until like a half hour later that somebody actually showed up and we headed out. But such a fun time, and it was really heartwarming because we don't get that too often at all. Oh, now I know what I'm doing. I want more stairs. Here we go. Yeah, and that made my day, made his day, and made that person's day. So yeah, like I said, there's folks out there that would share our interests or would vibe with us, but see, there's not many of them, and that's the problem. Which, did I even? I guess that sort of gives away my big dream now, where I want to relocate to another spot in Canada. I mean, who cares at this point, really? Like, if work found out, whatever. Not that they know my channel. But, like, it's not like I'm doing it tomorrow, right? Which, speaking of, I'm actually gonna be going on a holiday soon. So, for the first time on, I guess, in the history of me doing YouTube, I'm gonna be doing a lot of pre-recording content, and actually doing these videos really helps because the Minecraft rambles, again, they're a higher production. That's what I meant to say. Higher production, higher quality. I do a lot of edits, and sometimes I'll lose my focus or wording, and so I'll cut parts out and such. These are single take, just random videos, really. Like, I don't care if I stumble a little bit. It's to sort of give you guys an authentic experience as if I'm live streaming, although I'm not live streaming. See, the issue with live streaming, now, I enjoy live streaming. There's two main problems, though. One can be resolved as time goes along, but there's another one, which it could be solved by uploading stuff to YouTube. So it's the current lack of audience, because Twitch's discoverability, everybody knows, is really bad. But there's also the fact that there's a random piece of dirt missing here. But it's also just with, what was I saying? The fact that there's not much of an audience. So I know that, nice. I know, and people are gonna be like, well, you shouldn't be worried about that. Like, focus on where, like, the folks you do have. Well, see, with the folks I have, like, I have a bit of a community. Like, I got the Discord right now. And to any of you guys watching, like, this is not to say you guys are, like, I'm not downplaying what you guys have done and that kind of stuff. Like, give you the streams and such, but see, it's inconsistent, I guess. And it wouldn't be so much of a problem if we had more people watching. And I'm aware that sounds quite selfish and self-centered, thinking that, yeah, I'd rather do this just for the views and such. But it's not necessarily about the views. It's about having any amount of audience, if it's just one person or 5 people or 100. But again, the problem is, it's so I'm that small of a streamer that I can't really have that consistency right now where I know I'll have at least a few viewers. And everybody has their own schedules, and that's not to say that people have to watch me. Like, it's up to them. That's why I'm thinking of really focusing more on YouTube, which I'm sure is going to disappoint some folks in my community right now, because the entire platform right now that I've built, Twitch, is, yeah, it's all live streaming. This is sort of new, and anybody, sort of the more recent folks that have subscribed or viewed these videos have come from shorts or have actually watched these videos. We've gained a few subscribers in the recent days just from these videos alone, which is absolutely bonkers. But funny enough, as we're recording this, today's Friday the 13th, and we actually got another subscriber. And it put my counter up to 13 subscribers, so to whoever you are, thank you. And thanks for giving me a good laugh. So there you go. But yeah. It is such a, in ways you could say it's controversial, saying, well, you gotta push through it, but why push through something where you're not happy, I guess, entirely? I mean, I'm happy when folks show up, obviously, don't get me wrong, but now I like that consistent sort of viewership, but also the fact that, see, if I was live streaming Minecraft, which I used to do a couple months ago until I stopped because of this very reason, live streams don't last forever. See, on Twitch, you get 14 days before your VOD is deleted. If you're a partner, I think that increases to 60, but still, they get deleted. Well, the alternative is YouTube, but are people going to want to sit through an hour-long live stream? Or hour-long, 2-hour-long VOD? No, they're not. It's just going to be boring and all that kind of stuff. So I feel that having these videos makes up for it. They're rewatchable no matter what. So, like, you can watch these videos 10 years from now. They'll still be here unless I unlist them, which I shouldn't. I'm more committed to this channel than the other ones. I'll tell that story actually in a minute before we actually end the video. So these will last forever. So people can still interact and I can still chat with you guys. But the difference being is this will help create the audience and such. I guess bring more people to the channel and that kind of stuff. And then we can do more streams. And I guess more enjoyable streams, because there'll be people to talk to and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I stand. I'm debating whether or not to keep my Saturday stream. So as of today, me recording this, I stream every Saturday and Sunday. Recently, I stripped a fixed time, but keeping the fixed dates. I am thinking now of either stopping streaming entirely, which I know is going to upset some people, or stream occasionally when I feel like it. So it's going to be completely randomized. You don't know what's going to happen unless I say ahead of time. Like, let's just say I decided today I'm going to quit streaming. Well, not quit streaming, but cut back on streaming. Well, I would... I'd still do big events and that kind of stuff. So, like, my platform on Twitch was built off of Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, like... Then again, it's a hard decision to make. You know, it started to rain. I'm not totally sure yet what I'm going to do, if I'm going to keep going with it, just because it's so hard to grow on Twitch. And I know there's shorts, but I've gotten a fair amount of views on them, but transferring folks is not easy from one platform to another. and that's where people would say, "Well, stream on YouTube." But I like the features of Twitch, so it's a bit of a weird situation I'm in right now, where I've got. Actually, should I? Yeah, let's use the Silk Touch shovel. Get some grass while we're at it. I'm kind of in a situation where want to. I still want to stream, but on Twitch, because I don't want to change my platform that I'm on, because I'd have to. I mean, it would be pretty easy, but there'd be features I miss out, like channel points. I love channel points. We have blurps, which are these sound effects that we play, and it's funny and such. So I'd lose out on that unless we do commands, which is not going to be as fun because channel points, you gotta use your points wisely and such, and certain sound effects cost more than the others and that kind of stuff. So I'd lose out on that if I switched over. So it's something I'm still going to work out. I'm likely going to make a decision either tonight after I finish this video or tomorrow while I do my Valentine's Convoy stream. So yeah. Any other single folks out there? There we go. I believe that's the entire outside done. So that looks pretty good for all. But I'm possibly thinking of switching this to oak. As generic as it sounds, the birch just contrasts way too hard with the stone. So there was something else I was going to talk about. I completely forgot about. I think what I'm going to do, actually, because these videos are just hit record and go. I'm going to end this video and record another one. Why not? And I can edit the rest tomorrow. So, and we just ate our last piece of steak, so we need more steak. I do not need a torch, thank you. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Building My Future. So, progress made. We got some stuff done. There, nice, a lovely rainbow, but we got zombies to deal with to end this video, but they're easy to take care of with my crazy sword. Smite 5. You don't need that. I don't have a dog yet. Or a lovely rainbow as well. I love the rainbows in this shaders pack. It makes it so much cooler coming out of the rain. So yeah, so the next video we're going to carry on with that, and I'm going to figure out what the topic, well, whatever it was I was going to talk about, figure that out, and I'll talk about it at the start of the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for the support you've shown on the videos recently. And we will catch you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.